The Rain That Followed Me. Part 2: Secrets in the Market. By March 1978, Ruth's life had found a strange rhythm. Every morning, she walked down the dusty road from Libala South to Kamwala, her handbag tucked tightly under her arm, the sound of distant minibuses honking in the air. The market came alive before the sun was fully up. Women unrolling chaitanjas in bright cascades, the smell of fresh fritters sizzling in pans, and vendors calling out prices in voices that rose above the hum of bargaining. Her store was small but tidy. She sold imported fabrics, soft cottons from Tanzania, wax prints from the Congo, and a few rolls of synthetic material she always swore were from Europe, though no one ever asked for proof. Business was good enough to pay the rent and keep her invisible in a city that asked few questions. If you kept to yourself. But on a Thursday afternoon, as she folded a bolt of deep blue fabric for a customer, she felt it, that sudden tightening in her chest. It was the kind of feeling you get when you hear your name in a crowd, even if no one has called it. She turned, and there he was, Chilufya. She knew him from back home in Mufulira. He wasn't family, but he was close enough to have seen things. The kind of things you don't want carried into your new life. He was older now, broader around the shoulders, but the eyes were the same, sharp, knowing. He stood by the tomato stalls, talking to a vendor, his laughter spilling easily into the warm afternoon air. Ruth's hands began to tremble as she slid the fabric into a paper bag. Without looking back, she stepped behind the Chaitenge display that shielded the side of her stall. Her heart was thudding so loudly she was sure the women next to her could hear it. If Chilufya recognized her, it wouldn't just be her name that came back. It would be the whole story. And the woman she had become, the careful shell she had built in Lusaka, would crack wide open. Through the gap in the fabric, she watched him. For a moment it seemed as though his head turned her way. Her breath caught. Then, just as quickly, he walked off toward the dried fish stands, disappearing into the press of the crowd. Ruth stayed hidden a moment longer, steadying herself. She told herself it was just a coincidence. But somewhere deep inside she knew, the past never simply passes. It waits, patient and quiet, until it finds you again. To be continued in Part 3. Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction. Names, characters, and events are products of imagination. Any resemblance to real people is purely coincidental.